Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is weird. You're like, what's happening? No earrings. What's happening? Why is she on makeup? What's happening today? Nothing much. Just that my baby's gonna be one soon, and we had a shoot today, and I've had to prepare for it all week, or like for like most of last month, and even since the beginning of this month, and I've not had time to shoot. So I'm done with it, and I realized that, oh, I'm supposed to post a video today, but I don't have what to post. I'm like, I need to do this. And what I want to talk about briefly is postpartum depression. Right. If you're new to this channel, thank you for clicking on the video, and please watch till the end. And yeah, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Thank you for always watching my video. Today I want to talk about postpartum depression. I don't really know so much about it. I mean, some say that it can be like it's medical. I mean, there are drugs that if you have postpartum depression, there are drugs that they'll tell you to use, which I don't understand that part, but it is real. Postpartum depression is real, and they need to understand that it can happen to anybody, anybody, no matter how strong you are, no matter how macho, no matter how you try to like keep your feelings, no matter how you feel, you're like, oh, it cannot happen to me. It can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody. And then there is a thin line between being okay and entering postpartum depression. Why? Because you need to understand that as a lady, right, during the 9 months is not even the problem, right? For me, I believe that carrying the pregnancy might not be the problem. Carrying, because I mean, at that point, you are carrying baby, the baby sleeps, you don't see the baby, but at least you know that the baby is sleeping, the baby is getting food, you are eating, you know that one way or the other food is getting to the baby, you're taking your vitamins, food is getting, the baby is getting well fed, and all those things are happening. But you see, the moment your baby comes out and you have your baby in your arms, it's a total game entirely. The way you feel is different, the way you think is different, the way you see things are different, everything is different, right? And I always say this, like I have friends that have given birth, and I tell them that you need to be very careful because it is very slim. Like between that and that is very slim. Anything can happen at any time. And then you have to consciously not drive yourself to it, because as a mother, generally women are overthinkers. Now being a mother, right, having a child to cater for, having a child to breastfeed, having a child that you need to sleep, a child that you want to make sure that, oh, is she sleeping, is she eating, is this one happening, is that one happening, you totally forget yourself, and not knowing that you forgetting yourself will tell on your body. You need to understand that after you give birth to your child, right, the way, like it's a game changer, that if you don't consciously control the things that run through your mind, if you don't control your emotions, it can be difficult. You see, the fourth trimester, I call fourth trimester like the first 1 month after you give birth, of a couple of months, maybe like the first 2 months, or like 3 months after you give birth. It's a whole different thing. You see, the first month, the baby is so small, the baby doing like this. You see the baby looking at the baby is sleeping. When you need baby to sleep, is sleeping. You can carry he or she to your body. And you see the moment your child realizes that he or she has hands, has legs, can see, can turn head, can nose, like nose your face. When all those things are happening, so many, like even you yourself, you get burdened, right? Because so one of the major things that causes postpartum depression is maybe you're unable to breastfeed your child. I mean, there's the whole thing about I breastfed my child for 1 year. Exclusive breastfeeding. There's that exclusive breastfeeding thing, and there's, oh, my child is taking formula. I don't know if it is right for my child. Do you? If you breastfeed your child, and I've had people that they would say that they started breastfeeding, but all of a sudden the milk supply stopped, like they decided they want to start breastfeeding, and then maybe they started breastfeeding and all of a sudden it stopped. That does not mean that your child will not be healthy. There are people that they never even, there are children that never tasted breast milk and they are alive, doing well and okay. Don't stress yourself. If you're able to breastfeed for a year, for 2 years, if you're able to breastfeed immediately after your child comes out, fine. If you're not able to do it, please don't stress yourself. Okay, don't stress yourself. If it is formula that I can do, Personally, I didn't give my child formula because I was able to. I mean, I had great milk supply. I was able to pump. I could pump. I could give. Let me just you. So the day that I gave birth, I gave birth on a Sunday. They discharged me that day. I came home, and then although leaving the hospital, they'll check everything, make sure that make sure that your child was latching well. When I was in the hospital, we thought, or like, I I believed she was latching well, that she was sucking and she was okay. All for me to get home. We got home. She was still sleeping. I mean, she just came out. She was still sleeping. And they said something that they should not sleep more than 3 hours. So many things. I mean, the nurses will tell you a lot of things that you might not even remember until later. So they're like, oh, that you should make sure that she eats every 3 hours, wake her up. So it had already passed 3 hours and all those things. And breast milk was not coming out. Even what this one, that one, colostrum, I be colostrum, that one that was supposed that thick. I didn't really have a lot of colostrum because I don't know. I tried the whole thing. They'll tell you that you should stimulate. I tried. It didn't come. It wasn't coming. It wasn't coming. But I was worried that night. I mean, Mojala, I'm sure she's watching. My sister, my husband and her husband, they were there. Like I cried. I cried. I wept. I was from like, hey, that's it. I was overwhelmed. I was so overwhelmed. Like, see this child, she's not eating. I am responsible for this child. I don't have breast milk to give her, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to give her formula, right? I didn't want to give her formula. I'm like, I want to breastfeed my child. I didn't want to give her formula and all those things. I didn't want to give her formula and all those things. And I sound like my voice is low. My baby is sleeping in the sitting room and I don't want to wake her up. I want to sharply do this video so that I can have this out of the way. So back continuing. So I didn't want to give her formula. I didn't want to, you know, I just wanted her to be breastfed all through. I cried. At the point my sister left me, like it was just I am Mujala. I mean till now she still teases me that I was crying and I was crying. I'm like that I'm unable to breastfeed, I'm unable to feed this child. I was overwhelmed. You see, if if you don't be real crying before you can see me cry, it has be that something maybe when I lost my mom, that one pain me, that kind of thing I cried. But also something that is very passionate will make me cry. But there and there, one of the reasons why I snapped out of that was because I had already read about postpartum depression and I knew that I could drive into it, and it would have been too early. It was just day one of being with a new baby. It would be too early to have postpartum depression, even if I wanted to have a turning point, right? But I realized that okay, Google. I checked Google, like some of them said, oh, that babies that their belly is very small, and also so I was using those things to console myself that even if it's little, she's able to take. That night they made pap for me. I drank pap. The I think the next day I called the maternity center and they're like, oh, that we should give it 3 days. That if after 3 days I don't have full flow of breast milk, then okay, then I might have to introduce formula, or I might have to maybe I should. They did a lot of things. They helped, is what I'm trying to say. Like they helped, but I did not allow that to bother me a lot. It could have bothered me. It did bother me, but I snapped out of it immediately, and that could have caused me to move into postpartum depression. But I tried not to allow that happen. One other thing I've learned about the fourth trimester is that it is a phase where you need to understand your child, right? You might see a lot of things online. People might say so many things, but it is actually a time for you to know your baby, right? I'll give you another story. So my baby is one that every morning she poops. Every morning, first thing in the morning after she wakes up, once you carry her, even till now, once you carry her like that morning, you carry her like this, she moves her body a bit. The first thing she does is she poops, right? And then over time I realized that like when she was like second month, third month, she was like she could do that like 3 times a day. I was worried. I thought it was because of what I was eating. I mean, I used to eat popcorn. I mean, I craved sugar a lot. I'd have beginning because I needed to take a lot of calories. So I was taking popcorn a lot. I took popcorn. I think I took ice cream, but I had to stop that because the sugar, they said it was one way or the other causing it. So I stopped all those things. After I stopped all those things, she was still, it felt like she was purging. You get? And, you know, we had someone like at the point, you know, I was in school, so we had someone, and we went to visit this person, and then this person was asking how does she poop. So I'm like, she poops like every day, every single day, like twice, 3 times a day. And the person is like, no, that is not right, that she's not supposed to be doing that, that it could be that that means that. So this is it. Every time, immediately she eats, she poops. Immediately she eats, she poops. It's like nothing stays in. So it was feeling like she wasn't staying, anything was staying inside of her. So this person was like, oh, that's probably what's happening, that she's not eating well, that I should, that. So for our own child, a child doesn't poop every day. I think he does it maybe once a day, or maybe once every 2 days, or something like that. So she was telling me. So at the point, I was going to get worried that Abi, is that this child is actually not eating. But later, I realized I had to understand my child. So your fourth trimester is when you would have to understand your child. People will say things. Different people with different opinions. Everybody has had a child. Whoever has not had a child has had one experience or the other that you'd have to share to you. You have to see what you would hear and what you retain in your mind. If not, the thing would get to your head. It will get to your head, and you'll be so worried. You'll be worried unnecessarily, right? You'll be worried unnecessarily. So what I'm saying is that even before you get to this, if you are pregnant or before you get to fourth trimester, decide things on your own. You can ask. I'm not saying you should not ask questions. I'm not saying you should not request for help. Do these things, but at the center of all these other things, make sure that you are also listening to yourself. Don't deaf, or don't. I think she's awake. Yeah. So what I was saying, so don't turn a blind eyes, or don't be deaf to the things that your mind is telling you. Listen to your body. Listen to what what your body is saying. There's something called mother instinct. It is true. There's so many things that at the end of the day, if you realize that you were just worried for no reason. Right, you were just worried for no reason. See, for example, when the woman told me about Morire, like having to like pooing almost every time she eats, I was worried, right? I was worried, but I realized that, oh, this is how she is. This is how her belly is. This is how a digestive system is. I mean, we didn't have the same pregnancy. We did not eat the same thing in pregnancy. We don't have the same body system as me and this woman. We didn't go through the same thing. She has a boy, I have a girl. It could be so many things, right? Listen to yourself. Don't stress yourself, because the fourth trimester is, to me, it's more difficult than the entire 9 months. 9 months will come, it will. And I'm going to say this out there to husbands or friends or people around. If you know somebody that just gave birth, if you have a friend, a family member, or somebody that just gave birth, be kind. Say kind words to these people, right? Tell them that they are doing okay. Tell them about it. You see, one of the things that gets me going were my friends, my family members. I had people say that we won't try you, we won't try. The little won't try that they're saying gave me courage that, oh no, I'm doing well. I have friends that will send message. They're like, "Oh, you're doing good." They know it's not easy, but you're doing good. They wish they could be here, but they're those things. Be there for your people. Be there. Be kind. Be be kind, because you don't know what people are going through. You really don't know what people are going through. And as a mother, someone that just gave birth, she's going through a whole lot that she can't say. She might not be able to speak up. She might be so, like, the person might be someone like me that might not speak up, that might mask up the whole problem, the whole feelings, and don't want to say anything. Be kind. Be kind to people. You don't know what they are going through. Right. So I didn't mean for this video to be too long, because I just wanted to be sure that I put out a video. I might do a proper video later, but I just had to make sure that this was out there. So this is like probably the shortest video I have on this channel. But thank you guys for watching to this video, and I hope you know, because it felt like I was saying too many things, and I don't know if it makes any sense, right? But the point, if you're watching at this point now and you're like, what has she said? The point I try to make in this video is there is a fourth trimester, and it is a period for you as a woman to know your baby, as a mother rather, to know your baby and to understand your baby. Block, like, listen more to yourself than what you hear outside. Seek for help when you need it. And if you are a friend or a sister, a brother, or someone that knows someone that just gave birth, or that would be giving birth, or that is pregnant, be kind to them. They need the love. They might act like they don't need the love, but they do need the love, right? And this is me shouting out to every single person that was or were there for me when I gave birth. To my sister, her husband, my husband, Mojola, everybody, my friends, Feyi, Ore, Coin, everybody, the two Ayomides, every one of you. Thank you so much. You might not know it though, but you guys checking my brother and his wife. But you guys checking up on me, sending messages and all those, he really went a whole way, asking me how I am, asking me how's my baby, reaching out, regardless of me not replying your message after a week, you were still checking up. Click on everybody. Thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. So guys, thank you for watching to this video. It is so unusual. Was unprepared, no script, nothing. This everything just came out. Blah. Right. I hope you really enjoy this. And yeah, you guys should watch out for our 1 year birthday videos and behind the scenes. I think I'll drop no, I'll drop another I'll drop something else after this video. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in my next one. Bye. Hey, I'm all old.